You've been searching for peace, chasing happiness, running after meaning. But what if I told you the very thing you've been looking for has been with you all along? What if your endless search is the very thing keeping you from seeing it? The truth is, shocking, your search is already over. You see, most people spend their entire lives chasing something that was never lost. They look for purpose in achievements, in possessions, in relationships, or in spiritual highs. But this restless search is a trap disguised as progress. You think you're moving closer to your truth, but in reality, you're running away from it. Because truth cannot be found, it can only be realized. And realization begins when you stop running, stop searching, and start being. We've been conditioned to believe that life is a journey towards something, that there's a hidden treasure waiting for us at the end of struggle, that one day we'll arrive. But what if there is no destination? What if the treasure isn't at the end of the path, but in every step you've already taken? What if enlightenment, peace, and fulfillment are not rewards to be earned, but states of awareness that were always within you, simply waiting to be noticed? The greatest illusion of mankind is the belief that something is missing. You look in the mirror and think you must become someone better. You measure your worth through comparisons, chasing approval, trying to prove you deserve to exist. Yet the truth is brutally freeing. You are already everything you've been seeking. The problem isn't that you're not enough, it's that you don't believe you are. When you realize this, the entire game changes. You stop playing the exhausting role of the seeker. You stop hunting for happiness, as if it's hiding behind some future event. Instead, you wake up, right here, right now, to the simple miracle of being alive. The mind quiets, the heart expands, and life begins to flow effortlessly. Because you see, peace doesn't come after the chaos. It's the space within the chaos that's always been there. So many people say, when I get there, I'll be happy. But where is there? When you finally get that job? When you meet the perfect partner? When your bank account grows? The moment you reach one there, another one appears, and the search continues. You're chasing shadows on the wall of your own imagination. You think the next thing will complete you, but the truth is, completion is not something you acquire, it's something you realize. You were complete before the chase began. Imagine standing at the ocean's edge, holding a cup, trying to collect the entire sea. That's what it's like when you try to capture life. You can't. Life was never meant to be possessed. It was meant to be experienced. And when you let go of your cup, when you stop trying to control, define, or capture the meaning, you merge with the ocean itself. You become one with what you've been searching for all along. The tragedy is, most people never get to that point. They are addicted to the pursuit. They fear stillness. Because in stillness, there's no story to hold on to. There's no identity to polish. But that's the exact place where truth lives. In silence, in presence, in surrender. When you stop chasing the next thing to fix you, you start realizing there was never anything broken. Everywhere you look, you're being told to find yourself. But what if the very effort of searching is what keeps you lost? You don't need to find yourself, you need to see yourself. You're like a fish searching for the ocean, unaware it's been swimming in it all along. The moment you stop looking outside, you begin to sense the vastness within. That's where the real discovery happens, not in some mountain retreat or sacred temple, but in the quiet recognition of your own being. Look around. Everything you need is already present. The sun doesn't search for light. It is light. The rose doesn't search for beauty. It is beauty. And you don't need to search for meaning, because you are meaning. Life is not something happening to you. It's something happening through you. And when you awaken to this truth, the illusion of separation begins to dissolve. You might be asking, if my search is already over, then what's the point of life? The point is not to arrive somewhere, it's to realize what's here. The point is to live fully, to see deeply, to love completely. The point is to play the game with awareness, not desperation. Because when you stop treating life like a race and start treating it like a dance, you rediscover the rhythm that was always playing, the rhythm of existence itself. The greatest freedom is not getting everything you want. It's realizing you already have everything you need. You no longer wake up chasing after tomorrow. You begin to live today, and in that presence, miracles happen. Not because life suddenly changes, but because your perception does. You begin to see the divine in the ordinary, the extraordinary in the simple. That's when you understand the search ends where it began, with you. The mind is a wonderful servant, but a terrible master. It loves to create problems so it can solve them. It convinces you that you're missing something, and then sells you the idea of how to get it. But once you see through this illusion, you can smile, because now you understand that you were never the problem. The search itself was. The seeker and the sought are the same. The one looking and the one being looked for, they are one and the same awareness. When you accept this, you stop chasing and start flowing. You become like a river that doesn't struggle to reach the ocean. It simply moves in harmony with the current, knowing it's already part of the sea. Every step you take, every breath you draw, becomes sacred. The anxiety of becoming dissolves into the peace of being. That's where power lives, in presence, not pursuit. True peace doesn't mean everything around you is perfect. It means you've stopped waiting for perfection to feel peaceful. You understand that the beauty of life lies not in what you gain, but in what you realize was never missing. You see that joy isn't a goal, it's your natural state when the noise of not enough fades away. This is the truth many resist, because it takes away the drama of the search. It removes the illusion that one day you'll get there, but it gives you something far greater. It gives you now, and now is all there ever truly is. The past is memory, the future is imagination, and both only exist in your present awareness. So when you stop clinging to what was or what could be, you awaken to what is, and that's where freedom lives. Let this be your awakening. Stop searching for what's next, and start noticing what is. You've been running in circles, trying to find a door that was never locked. You've been climbing mountains, looking for the sky, not realizing you are always in it. The truth is simple yet profound. Your search ends the moment you stop searching, because the one who searches and the one who is found are not two, they are one. So pause for a moment. Breathe. Feel the air entering your lungs, the beat of your heart, the silence between your thoughts. This simple awareness is what you've been seeking all along. You are not a traveler on a path to find truth. You are truth experiencing itself through the form of a traveler. When you finally understand this, gratitude becomes your natural language. You no longer chase love, you radiate it. You no longer hunt for success, you embody it. You no longer seek God, you realize you were never separate from Him. The search dissolves into serenity, and the seeker disappears into the vastness of being. The greatest discovery is not that there is a destination, it's that you've never left home. The truth you didn't want to face becomes the peace you always desired. And that peace doesn't live in tomorrow. It breathes here, in this eternal moment, where everything has always been complete. So, my friend, stop searching. Open your eyes. The miracle you've been chasing has been whispering through your heartbeat all along. You were never lost. You were simply looking everywhere else but here. And now that you see, truly see, the search is over. You're not missing anything. What you've been searching for has been within you all along. The moment you stop running from yourself, you begin to see that everything you've been chasing has always been waiting inside of you. It's not hidden behind a distant dream or buried under someone else's approval. It's in the quiet stillness of your own awareness. You've mistaken distance for discovery, thinking what you seek lies somewhere out there. But the treasure isn't across the ocean. It's in your own hands. You've just been looking in the wrong direction. When you finally stop and turn inward, the noise of the world fades and the truth shines like a forgotten star. You realize the answers were never far away. They were simply drowned by your own searching. The fulfillment you crave doesn't need to be created. It only needs to be recognized. You are not becoming. You have always been. The endless search for meaning is the greatest distraction from realizing you already are meaning itself. Life has never required you to chase after purpose. It only asks you to live it. The constant hunger to find your why blinds you to the fact that your very existence is the why. You breathe, you move, you love, you feel, and that is meaning enough. Yet the world teaches you to look for validation in achievement, to measure worth in results, to believe peace lies beyond effort. But meaning isn't something to uncover. It's something to express through presence. Every smile you share, every breath you take, every moment of awareness is your purpose unfolding. The harder you search, the further you drift from it. Meaning is not at the finish line. It's in every heartbeat along the way. Peace doesn't come after chaos. It's the quiet awareness that's been there throughout the chaos. You think you'll rest once the storm passes. But the truth is, peace was never gone. You just stopped noticing it. Even in the middle of your worries, there's a silence underneath that never leaves. The world moves fast. People change. Circumstances shift. But that stillness within you remains untouched. It's the calm in the center of the hurricane, always there, always waiting for you to return. The problem isn't the noise, it's your attachment to it. Once you detach, you begin to sense that peace isn't something to create but to uncover. It's not a prize for surviving the storm. It's the anchor that holds you through it. Every goal you chase is just another disguise for the truth you're avoiding, that you are already whole. You keep telling yourself that when you achieve more, you'll finally be enough. But every time you arrive, you find another mountain waiting to be climbed. The illusion of progress keeps you trapped in motion, chasing shadows that disappear as you approach. You've mistaken becoming for being. The truth is, there's nothing to add, nothing to prove, nothing to fix. You were born complete, untouched by labels or expectations. All this running has only taken you further from yourself. When you stop, when you breathe, when you allow, you realize the journey wasn't about reaching something new. It was about remembering what never left. The moment you stop seeking, you start seeing. And that's when life finally reveals itself. Searching keeps your focus on what's missing, while seeing opens your eyes to what's already here. You spend years waiting for a sign, but the signs were always everywhere. In the sunrise, in a smile, in the stillness of your own being. The chase blinds you to the beauty of this moment. The truth is not found through effort, it's revealed through awareness. When you stop demanding that life give you something more, life gives you everything. The search keeps you asleep, but awareness wakes you. And when you wake, you realize there was never a veil, only the fog of your own seeking. You're not on a journey to find yourself. You are the destination you've been walking toward. You think you're traveling through life to arrive somewhere better, but every step you take only leads you back home. You've never been lost, only distracted by the idea that you should be somewhere else. The path was never outside you. It was unfolding through you. Every success, every failure, every heartbreak was guiding you closer to this moment of recognition. The traveler and the destination are not two. They are one and the same. You are the road, the journey, and the home. The realization doesn't come from moving faster. It comes from finally standing still. The mind tricks you into believing you're incomplete, so it can keep you endlessly running. It feeds you thoughts of not yet, not enough, not there, and you chase those illusions like a mirage in the desert. Every time you get close, it moves further away, and you call it ambition. But this isn't growth, it's distraction. The mind fears silence because silence reveals its illusion. You are not the noise of your thoughts. You are the awareness behind them. When you recognize this, the chase ends. You begin to use the mind as a tool, not as a master. And in that reversal, freedom is born. Freedom isn't about getting more. It's about realizing nothing was missing to begin with. You've been taught that liberation comes through accumulation, more success, more validation, more love. But every more adds another chain to your spirit. Real freedom isn't expansion outward. It's the release inward. It's the deep knowing that you can lose everything and still be whole. You don't need to escape your life to be free. You need to awaken within it. When the need for control dissolves, peace rushes in. Freedom is not the ability to have it all. It's the wisdom to know you already do. The search ends not in discovery, but in awareness, in the stillness of being fully present. Every spiritual path, every philosophy, every quest leads to the same doorway, the now. And the now requires nothing but your attention. You've been walking in circles, looking for truth, not realizing the circle itself is the truth. Awareness doesn't need a journey. It simply needs recognition. When you rest in presence, everything you sought begins to make sense. The questions fade, the fears soften, and life begins to breathe through you effortlessly. The end of the search is not a finding, it's a remembering. When you stop chasing tomorrow, you awaken to the miracle that was always happening today. The future is a mirage that keeps you thirsty, promising satisfaction it can never deliver. But life doesn't exist in tomorrow. It's happening now, in every breath, every heartbeat, every silent second you overlook. You've been postponing happiness for a future that never arrives. The truth is, the only moment that's real is this one, and it's overflowing with peace if you just stop to notice. The search ends the instant you fully live this moment, because the miracle isn't coming, it's already here, disguised as the present.